to realize that she's massed on one border at Afghanistan 250,000 soldiers, that through the surrogate nation of Syria, she's took over Lebanon on her southern border. It's paused. It could happen in the morning. I said it could happen in the morning. We're moving toward the end of an age. There's going to be a revival. I do not believe that there's going to be a great national awakening. We're not in the planting time of the church. It's harvest time. The latter rain is to ripen the harvest. That revival, there's going to be people saved. I know that. That revival is going to be that church bringing her back to the purity of this gospel. Dealing with that church, bringing her back, amen, to a place where men fear her again because of what she is. That revival God is dealing. I believe as we're able to recognize, amen, that this age, the shadows are cast long this morning. You hear me? The shadows are cast long. There is a troubled spirit out there. Amen. I believe if all could be revealed about this Iran thing, there's a whole lot more than maybe the president is able to talk. In that intellectual digest they were writing, men are supposed to know that he perhaps knew that Russia's about to move down into Iran. I don't know whether that's so or not, but I do know one thing, that Iran will be in the camp of that enemy. When Ezekiel gave the allies of Russia, then Persia was one of them. Iran is Persia and others in there. All of it is falling into place. God's Son is about to come, and He's not coming after a church that's turned herself into a harlot, messing with the world. He's coming after a church without spot, that's the flesh, without wrinkle. Oh, listen, wrinkles denote whether you're old or tired. The church He's coming after is not old or tired. It's full of God. It's marching holy. It's walking with God. You don't judge her by what I do. You judge her by Him, who is the horizon of everything. You judge her by that. And that church, He said, will be a glorious church. And I believe we're witnessing the process by which it will be made. We had an old gentleman come through here preaching. He called himself, or others may have called him to begin with, Holy Hubert. Many of you remember when he stood here. And he said, we're looking for miracles. We're going to see them. But he said, the miracles we're looking for may not be the miracles we see. He said, we may again, and will again, he said, see the miracles of hypocrites falling dead at an altar. The miracles of God's judgment in Egypt is as big a miracle as any dead man coming alive. A Red Sea that parts, the food that falls, is no greater than the miracles of the firstborn of everything not saved dying. Listen, God will be recognized as God through His church by her holiness and her power. He never moves till the cup of iniquity is full. Methinks it's full. The Spirit of the Lord has come to purge her. And purge her He will. Whether we like the process or not, will not affect God's judgment on the matter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to seek the Lord. Church, it's time to search our hearts. It's time to confess those things that are not right. Because unconfessed sin will bring the same wrath on the sinner as it does on the sin.